match.
This will definitely turn some things differently. Jeez, Ezreal rude. He left. Alright, so um yeah, I pretty much expected like they're not gonna do a duo lane because for just efficiency of like XP and gold generation around the map, it's just not as good as having a jungler. It'll make some things different,
Also worth
but
noting, the Warlord's change for Aatrox is actually incredibly significant.
oh god. Yeah, and it's not gonna help him in the jungle, not that he really needed it, but for when he is fighting other champs, Aatrox, like, like, I find the one thing that cool about Aatrox is how he plays around being stronger when he's less than half health. He thrives being low on health, pretty much. So that Warlords actually sounds terrifying on him.
We're not gonna be able to get this to be perfect by any means, but
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna try to make the HUD as good as possible. I think that's about the best we can do. Unfortunately, the HUD's not
No,
going to be perfect for this case, but it'll have to make do. So I do apologize for those watching.
it's all good, man. I hope we were doing an alright job tonight, guys. You did okay. I love this Tristana skin. This Tristana skin is the best.
I think my favorite thing about the Tristana skin is actually what it brought. It made Dragon Trainer Lulu. I like the what they did to the headpiece of the Dragon Trainer Lulu because of that skin.
Oh yeah.
I didn't like the old Dragon Trainer Lulu because of the I didn't like the coloration of the headpiece, and then they made it more vibrant. I like
Oh,
it a lot more.
alright.
So that being said, they have Rek'Sai mid, which I believe is actually pretty understandable. So I can see them sending Rek'Sai mid, a
Ooh.
decent roamer.
Alright. And also, and so with Tristana bot lane, I've actually found Tristana like in solo lanes to actually be pretty fun. Because she's got quite an interesting amount of kill potential if she gets all 4 charges of her bomb
Oh
stacked up. It actually hurts quite a bit.
yes, her range Z ultimate.
Oh yeah. Plus her ult actually hurts at level 6. It's got 300 base damage, even if it's magic, and it will also put a stack on her bomb. So here you got Shen trading with Darius pretty significantly. Shen is awesome with trading.
Oh yeah. So what are your thoughts on the Shen post rework now that he's been out for a while?
Oh boy. So at first I avoided playing him, but and people were complaining. At first people were complaining, oh, his lack of a range attack because his previous Vorpal blade, allowing him to last hit from far away, and also have some free sustain for getting him life gen, whether he's last hitting or just like attacking it to get that passive regen. The first time I played the new Shen, I was surprised at how well he can trade, and he actually can CS so easily. That Q comes up so often. Janna is getting a Rek'Sai a little low here. He's trying to trade back and forth. I think Rek'Sai will actually get out of that one. I liked the new Shen. Like I think his lack of
Definitely really close. Is Janna? Ooh, they're both really
whoa.
close to KOing each other. That is one aggressive mid lane. It's a shame neither junglers in the area to respond.
Yeah, Rek'Sai kind of likes going at this like kind of like minimal amounts of health, kind of going back and forth. She's doing a really good job against a Janna of all things. Shen trying to do a little bit of dueling here. Oh boy, GP. You know I'm going to be judging this GP a little bit. Alright, so yeah, I think the new Shen's actually not to be underestimated, especially if he plays right around his new kit.
I think that's fair
He's pretty
enough.
strong. Yeah.
Looks like top lane Darius being
Uh-oh.
kinked. Darius' flash is down. They're gonna exhaust him and go after him anyways. Janna gets first blood on Rek'Sai.
Ooh. That was a nice thought Shen had there, but didn't work out. And yes, I guess Janna managing to get the upper hand on Rek'Sai. Both of them have teleport.
Really, it is really interesting that Shen is actually taking exhaust over Ignite or teleport.
He's got ult for that.
Well, yes, but a lot of people
Oh.
a lot of Shens like to. Looks like Tristana might go down despite the flash heal. The Biscuit, along with just natural regen, barely keeping her alive, and they're gonna dive her, and she's gonna go down, but not without her taking a kill with her. Um,
Hmm.
a lot of Shens in the past would like to take teleport so they can ult to someone and then teleport back to their lane, and have
Yeah.
universal map coverage.
Yeah, it is strange. I mean, maybe it allows him to duel a little better. That's the only thing it really gives him. Otherwise, he is gonna have to be careful. Like if he ults away, then he will give up that presence of teleporting back. It's still not a bad thing, you know.
Oh yeah.
He still has a method of helping the rest of his team.
So which team do you think's gonna win the 4v4 here?
I'm just thinking about it. Um, well, red team. If I'm trying to remember. God. I'm thinking back to the team names. I want to call them by the team name instead of just calling him Red. Red is Pokey Bard, right?
Yes, Team Pokebart, and the other one is Team non-FEK.
That's funny because I kept track of Pokey Bard because they had True Bard and only Lee top, and both of them are not in this game.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, Team Pokey Bard has got the AD carry. That's what my first thought is here.
Oh, that is definitely true. Tristana has proven um, formidable again and again and again. So the other thing that comes to my mind though is when it comes down to a 4v4, even though the item was nerfed in a 4v4, this item is even more significant. It comes down to, oh boy, they're 1v1ing, but Aatrox is close. Is Aatrox actually going to attempt to respond, though, is the question.
Hmm.
So the way I see it is, Leona can build a Zerout portal. Shen can build a Zerout portal. Will either of them go
Oh,
for it in a 4v4?
boy. Yeah, you got less people to take care of that. You know, Tristana's pushing this turn. She's taking a bunch of free damage. Aatrox is gonna die for it.
Aatrox can pull it off.
Uh-oh.
Aatrox can pull it off. Whether or not it'll work is another question, though. It doesn't, and GP gets a double kill. I feel like they could have actually successfully pulled that off if they juggled aggro just right. I feel like they failed it a bit, though.
We're actually trying to get a kill on Leona. She's flashing for it, but unfortunately, not Leona and Janna, but Leona is actually gonna come in for the counter. Yeah, that dive, that was the most questionable thing I've seen so far.
I feel like they could have successfully pulled that off, but they just didn't pull it off quite right. I feel like they came very close to it.
They dived when there was no minions already attacking the turret,
That
and then
is
once
true.
Aatrox got popped really fast, then the aggro jumped to Tristana and wrecked her after it already built up some charges of its building up damage that it has. This Shen is also unfortunately not using his dashes and cooldowns very well, as he takes a bunch of damage before Darius finishes it off with a Noxian Guillotine.
Also, interesting enough, Aatrox is going to Devour. A lot of Aatrox actually insists that Warrior is better, although I'm personally a fan of Devour. A lot of very high up Aatrox mains insist Warrior is better because you can end the game earlier with it and spike earlier with it. So seeing him go Devour in a 4v4 where fights may matter a lot more earlier and where he may need to get earlier spikes is definitely interesting, seeing that he's going to go with that. But we'll see if it pans out for him. If the game ends too quickly, then maybe you should have gone Warrior. If the game does last a bit and he does get value out of it and he can stack it, then Devour might very well be the better choice.
He's also building upon the fact now, like I said, they do have Tristana, but the thing with AD carries is they need their full build to basically be able to take out anyone. Like, you know, everyone's complaining about like tanks right now.
Mm-hmm.
The only like real thing you can do, like, oh, if they have like a team full of tanks, either you have Vayne or you just stall out the game for whatever AD carry you have to get their full build, because it's really hard to build. Like, even if you have like a full tank build, having like an AD carry who has their full build of like, you know, like a Infinity Edge, a crit item, whether it's Shiv or not, and then a Blade, and then a Bloodthirster, and then a Lord Dominic's Regard. There's only so much defense they can build against that, and it's always going to shred through tanks when an AD carry has a late game build. The problem is getting to there, and so far it's looking like Blue Team has got quite a lead. That's going to make it really hard for the Tristana to reach that break point.
I can agree and understand with that, especially since Gameplank seems to definitely be on his way right there. Aatrox is going to miss Dark Flight, however, Janna still goes with Monsoon anyways, just to be better safe than sorry.
Janna didn't have flash. She wanted to be a little more safer there.
Yeah.
The fact that both the mid laners have a teleport is kind of the strange part, but I guess it means both of them are kind of dueling on even grounds without an extra summoner to help them. Mr. Sun is trying to harass Gangplank with that lead he's got. Oh my god. Why does... Okay, Gangplank has a tier. I need to stop judging it based on because of how much I played Gangplank. Tier's not terrible. I just I never feel like Gangplank has mana problems. Like besides like early game, he's got no mana problems outside of like if a fight lasts like an abnormally long time, he wouldn't need a tier.
Yeah.
I just feel like he could have rushed a Trinity Force faster to get those instant wave clears on so much easier.
I think that's fair enough to agree with.
But he's 3-0, so he can kind of do whatever he wants with his build.
I mean, you could always pull a Darien and go Muramana Aatrox and pro play.
Oh my god.
Or Wrecker Renekton.
Or you mean Morello Namicon Renekton?
Yes.
Zonia's Hourglass Renekton?
Yes.
Oh boy. Yeah, this Shen is not having any easy
I'm
time
surprised
against Darius.
he didn't get... Did he get fined for that ever?
No, I don't think so.
That's impressive. Leona's flashes away, but it doesn't matter. The auto attack still goes through, cannot be cancelled. The blood price auto attack finishing her off. Aatrox definitely telling her she is not welcome in his jungle.
That looked painful.
It did look painful.
Uh-oh.
Flash comes out from
Darius.
both of them. Shen's going to do a very daring taunt, and it is going to pay off in his favor. He's not going to go down from it. Well timed on that end. And Darius does go down. Janna barely surviving in the mid lane.
I don't think Darius would have killed him because he didn't have any stacks on him, and he had a shield on top of him at that time. That was still pretty risky though. But
yes, it definitely did pay off.
Give him a couple Devour stacks over to Aatrox. Rek'Sai waiting for Janna to teleport. What is Janna building? She's gone. Rod of Ages is pretty standard, honestly. For like an awkward AP champion, you can never say that Rod of Ages is a bad item.
Yeah, and I agree. I agree with that. That's true. Looks like I'm gonna dive her, and that Shen ults
to save the Aatrox passive.
I feel like that Shen ult was really late. I feel like they could have done a full-on dive with that instead of a last second. I feel like that was a communication error because they should have communicated that they needed that to dive outright. Aatrox is going to go down. His passive is going to be consumed. That's going to lower his combat stats, and he needs to get it out. For those of you who don't play Aatrox enough or aren't aware, his passive not only tells how much health he's going to regain, but also how much attack speed he gets. And so, right after he dies and it drains him, when he respawns, he has very little attack speed, which makes him much more weaker.
Oh,
Leona is gonna get caught out of position and go down. Janna has to be careful. She has no ultimate, and if I remember right, no flash either. Janna could very easily go down if she does position poorly.
She's delaying the destruction of the tower, so that's good. The Leona is going runic echoes. Cause I heard the Luden's echo thing in Prox. I'm like, oh, she has the runic echoes. Her base damages by herself are pretty flimsy. Although an actual AP Leona build is actually kind of scary. She hurts a lot more than some people realize if she does go AP. Though she's not going to be that tanky.
That Gangplank is already doing massive damage. That being said, I do think Cinderhulk would be better. Runic Echoes might be better for clearing, sure. But I still think objectively Cinderhulk's going to be better overall. I don't think the movement speed and clearing power is going to be better and a little bit of extra damage, I suppose. I still would go towards Cinderhulk on her, but it's definitely an interesting build nonetheless.
Yeah. And if it brings the burst damage, then it'll be worth it. I don't think Rek'Sai... I mean, he might not have a choice, but he doesn't want to keep taking all his free damage, especially when he lets a GP walk up to him and just do that.
I'm not sure why Rek'Sai wanted to do that trade, but it was just another kill for a blue side team. So far the game's actually pretty even. They're only 500 gold difference, which is significant. It is significant, but it's not significant enough to say this is 100% lost over.
Yeah, they're gonna have a small turret lead with this getting the mid lane turret, which means a little bit more than the side lane.
Oh yes, and that is definitely true. They're going to open up some of the map where they can relieve pressure from.
Teleport coming in from Rek'Sai. Okay. Oh,
Looks like
Leona
Leona
is
is
going
going
in the
in.
back.
They want to go in hard. Gameplay ult is going to pinch them off. They're definitely going to force this 4v3. Aatrox is not in the area. He's pinging on his way, but it's just going to be too late. Tristana does manage to disengage. Aatrox decides he still wants to fight. He ults and jumps in with his Dark Flight, then quickly flashes out, realizing that that wasn't his best option. Shen goes in, not sure whether or not he should be taking the damage. Gangplank gets free damage off, and they're going to be retreating. Aatrox lost his ultimate, and more importantly, lost his flash by attempting to burst someone down, but not quite succeeding.
Blue team pretty timid on that, knowing that it was a 4v3, but they still backed off anyways and didn't want to chase it. They were kind of low, but they had the numbers advantage. I guess people want to refresh, leave for the builds. Okay, there's GP's Trinity Force. Kind of late, honestly. With how fed he got, he could have just gotten that much earlier and being on a farming spree. The reason of getting Trinity Force like really fast is because when you put a barrel down in a lane with Triforce at around 10 or 12 minutes, the barrel with the Trinity Force proc will usually one-shot almost the whole wave. It really will one-shot the whole wave if the crits. That is... That... If... I'm sorry, just watching that barrel combo is making me very critiqued. She's trying getting half health though, that's not going to be that great for her. She does have a Warlords, I think. I'm seeing the proc come up every now and then. Might not be enough. Just taking a little bit more chunking damage there.
It looks like Aatrox is in fact going for the Sated Rage Blade combination, so we'll see if that pans out for him.
Oh, he's finding Darius.
Aatrox looked like he wants to do this. He's going to activate his ultimate. He has a Shen ult coming on it. Darius trying to go away, but he's going to go down. Can't even get his Q off in time. Darius goes down to the massive Aatrox damage.
Yeah, that looks like it hurt. He doesn't even have Sated yet.
Nope. Blood price is nothing to laugh at in terms of damage.
Do you max it for? Well, let me see what he's maxing. He is maxing blood price and bloodthirst.
Some Aatrox prefer to max E, some prefer to max W. Usually a couple points in W and then maxing E, then maxing W is more than fine.
Alright, Janna walking in a questionable position, making a flash away. Tristana being the turret destroyer that she is.
And Janna being the turret savior that she is. The turret savior versus the turret destroyer.
It's getting countered here. Oh, they're trying to get a chase on down here. Ooh, nice double ultimate with Leona in Gangplank here.
The question is, will it be enough though? Looks like it's not enough. Leona's going to go down. And it looks like Rek'Sai is going to be able to heal off the Ignite damage.
Oh, did you see that Gangplank barrel? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, that didn't go so well for... Ooh. That
Blood
was...
price. Oh, it looks like they actually managed to trade for each other. And Darius... This definitely is quite the bloodbath of a match.
This is a literal bloodbath. Yeah, the Gangplank passive actually ended up finishing off Aatrox from the burn, the true damage burn. It's an MJ chunk, no biggie. That Darius managing to catch out Tristana. That'll give quite something. It's still, yeah, pretty even though. Not too much of only like a 1,000 gold lead for blue team at the moment. Tristana still trying to get her Infinity Edge. When I'm playing Tristana, I generally prefer like getting the BF sword and Zeal combo. I like getting this. I used to like getting a rapid fire, but I like getting the static shift first before getting the Infinity Edge because it's easier to build into, and the static shift allows you to wave clear so much easier.
All right.
It's personal choice, I suppose.
Oh yeah. Something also worth noting here is that there are no sight stones being built because there are no true supports in this game. Since there are no true supports and no sight stones, that's going to mean a couple things. So the first thing is there's going to be no sweepers, which means you can't be sure whether or not something is warded. We see 0 sweepers being built at the moment. And the other thing is that there's only going to be wards located at trinkets and that's it. Which means that it might be easier than normal to catch people out because of the lack of vision that they might have.
Unless some people have some room in their build to be buying a pink ward, which if they do, that could be really good. Tristana almost thinking about dying for this turret. Ooh, she gets the ult off. She's actually gonna get away from it.
She barely gets away. That stun lock, however, was very potent, and Shen's making sure to stand guard for her. However,
Darius.
looks like she's gonna get closed off. This is gonna be a forced fight. We'll see how this goes. Darius is gonna
Darius
go
is caught
down, but so is Tristana. Question is, who else
Aatrox
goes
pops the
down?
ult. This is a strange Aatrox ult right there.
That was a strange Aatrox Dark Flight right there. And Aatrox is gonna
oh
get
God.
bursted down.
Oh god, that Leona damage.
Looks like Leona is, in fact, going to be going Zero Portal.
Oh boy, there we go. The first Zero portal build. How's Aatrox doing? He's got his Rage Blade, he's got a few more stacks to actually get before he gets sated.
Looks like he's going for Blade the Ruin King or Ravenous Hydra next. Both Blade the Ruin King and Ravenous Hydra grant really good damage. Ravenous Hydra technically grants better damage if you have Armor Pen, but regardless, Ravenous Hydra is going to be better for wave clearing, and Blade the Ruin King is going to be better if he wants to stick to someone. So I think it comes down to which of those he prefers more than anything. But most prefer Blade the Ruin King because it also lets you attack faster, lets you get more blood prices off faster, lets you do all of that good stuff. You know.
Good against tanks too. With
Oh
lots of
yes, and more against these procs. I think Blade the Ruin King would be the go-to in this case.
Yeah. I think you just go tank after that because he wouldn't need any more damage. Darius interrupted Tristana's jump. She gets ulted away. Okay. Aatrox does have his passive up, but he's in a bad spot because of the Janna slows actually being really detrimental to him.
They are going to get stunned.
Oh.
They are going to go on them. They don't even care about the tower there. At least it appears they don't. Are they going to be able to get Aatrox? No, they're not. Exhaust is going to be used on Darius, so Shen has no exhaust in him.
Gangplank in bot lane tower for that. He's got his mana mune, which, you know, he'll hurt. It's just kind of strange though. Shen taking a bunch of damage in the face, but he's tanky enough to withstand it.
Team non-FEK is definitely making progress against Team Pokebard right now with the amount of pressure they're exerting on the map through their pushes. Whether or not Team Pokebard can come back is definitely a good question.
They're gonna have to stall the game a long time. Since they're not making any progress towards the Z0 portal, it's gonna be hard for them. Unless they're like actually taking commanding lead of these fights.
I think it's going to come down to people need to stick together and people need to not be picked off. And that might sound general and that might sound like you hear that all the time. It's really cliched. But it means a lot more in a game where sight stones are not built. It means a lot more in a game where people are just not buying pink wards for whatever reason.
Shana was caught out first, then she got away and left Aatrox in the dust.
I don't think I can blame her for that. One going down is better than two going down, and Tristana just got half shot by the Gangplank barrel. Ignite's gonna come out, Gangplank's ult's gonna come out. Will she live? Are they gonna catch anyone out? It looks like Shen's gonna get monstered away, forced to flash away, leaving Rek'Sai out. Tristana's caught out and does get shot down. Looks like Shen's flash may not have actually saved him, though. They're still going after him, still chasing. Question is it worth chasing him? Quite possibly could. They are going to catch him, and they are going to dispatch him quickly, so it looks like the chase was worth. Especially getting shutdown gold for the team.
Alright. We're going somewhere with this. I'll admit, while the Gangplank mana mune is strange, he does do a lot of damage on that Q.
He does have Muramana already.
Whoa, that was fast.
Yes, he has a...
feels fast.
Yes, he has a Muramana, he has Lucidity Boots, and he has Trinity Force. He's basically Ezreal.
He's doing the Ezreal build. I'll have to explore Ezreal later about that build idea I had for Ezreal. God, I'm still being messaged by people from Twitch chat. Alright, so the gold lead is going heavily in favor of the non-FEK team. Oh, Aatrox trying to get a pick here. He's gonna pop his passive.
He's gonna go down
Tristana,
for it. He's gonna pay. Or will he?
uh,
No, it looks like Darius does in fact want to go hard on it. He is going to get his passive. Is he going to be able to retain it, or is he going to go down? Looks like Gameplank's going to go down, or not. He is going to live. Ultimate comes out, and he gets a double kill, and they finish it off for a clean 3-0. Very
the Tristana.
sketchy fight. They managed to pull together.
Yeah, that Tristana's positioning didn't go so well there. She ended up like she was trying to get some finish up, then she just took a bunch of damage to the face from Gangplank's Mirror Mana damage from his Q and an auto. That almost went good for them.
Not sure if I agree with the Ravenous Hydra on Darius, but I can understand why he did it. I can understand his logic. I'm not sure if I totally agree, but I can see in this match why they went for it. And it looks like they have a 25-minute inhibitor for Team Non-FEK.
Big minion wave top lane too. It seems like there's also a bit of internal conflict with the red team. When you have a mentality kind of going haywire too, there's also will affect your performances in the game.
It's been a long day, and I can imagine their emotions are a little high-strung in that some people can be tilted. You know, no one likes losing a game because someone disconnected, and it's never fun. I've been the cause of it. I've been on the receiving end of it, and unfortunately, it happens, and it never feels good. To go through a tournament like that, and so it's definitely understandable.
It looks like this game is going too out of hand, and Team Pokebard's not going to be able to come back from it. Jana gets a kill. Darius is just not taking much damage. Like, see, because Tristana doesn't have all of her items yet, she's not able to eat through the Darius's damage.
I don't think that heal's going to save her at all. No, she's going to go down to the Gangplank and Darius damage. Looks like they're going to get aced. This is a massacre. Get it? Aatrox massacre.
Mana.
Okay.
This cannot feel good at all. Now super minions in the Nexus already.
So the question is, are they going to brute force it, or are they going to go Baron and brute force it? I feel like Baron would be the safer option if they can burst it down. I'm not sure if they have the DPS for it though without an 80 carry.
They can also soft siege top lane and get that, and then just go Baron, and there's nothing red team can do at this point. It's just an easy. The game is completely in blue team's hands at the moment. There's nothing red team can do unless blue team does something silly, but the chances of that happening are really low.
I want to say that this game is sealed out for Team Non-FEK, but but if they were to make several mistakes, anything's possible. I mean, it's not guaranteed, but I do want to say that the 1-7 Tristana and the 1-7 Rek'Sai and the 3-6 Aatrox, they're not helping their team so much.
Against a 13-1 Gangplank who also has a Z-Zerot portal.
And an Infinity Edge, and a Trinity, and a Muramana.
Janna almost dying to Aatrox, but he got that Zhonya's Hourglass to keep her alive. Looks like they're not ready to give up just yet. The Aatrox with the Save out, he's not tanking enough to take all the damage though. He is doing a lot of damage. The Darius just hurts.
He didn't toggle properly. He got a lot of damage off with his Blood Price, but he didn't go back to the Bloodthirst when he needed to heal up, and he kept staying on Blood Price, which forced him to disengage because he took too much damage and he couldn't burst him down fast enough.
Aatrox's passive got popped right there. I thought they're just brute forcing now. This is brute force, yep. Yeah, there's nothing they can do to defend. They're too weak, they're too low. They're down a person.
They have 2 Zerot portals.
Yeah, they just put them both in the same lane. Oh god. At this point, now they don't need Baron. They can just finish it right now.
2 Zerot portals might as well be Baron.
it is Baron buff, yeah.
Oh, that Aatrox Dark Flight completely blocked by Janna's Monsoon. And it looks like Team Non-FEK will in fact be moving on.
Choo-choo.